This is it. This is the season finale of A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, season one. I wanted to get this video. I wanted to get this video out on time, but it's Wednesday. Listen, I have a lot going on, and I do apologize. But let's get into this review. I absolutely love the comedic elements of this show. It starts off with Lionel Baratheon and somebody else. I didn't recognize the other character, but they're just like looking down, kind of concerned, kind of like in pity. And then the camera changes and we see Dunk sitting at his tree with this big black eye, just looking pitiful. Lionel is upset about the tourney being over because he doesn't want to go home. Storm's End is boring. Lionel asks Dunk if he's ever been to Tarth. And that's funny because Dunk is actually the ancestor of Brienne of Tarth from Game of Thrones. So, Easter eggs. Lionel invited Dunk to come back with him to Storm's End. Dunk is still upset about Baelor losing his life during the trial by seven. Lionel said the only good dragon is a dead dragon. He don't give a fuck about them Targaryens. Nobody likes the Targaryens except you, Duncan. Prince Baelor has his funeral. They light him on fire. The typical Valyrian custom. Dunk walks over to Prince Valar Targaryen, the son of Baelor, and he's really sad. His dad died, and then he died in Valar's armor. Normally, the son dies in the father's armor, not the father in the son's armor. So, uh, get Valar some therapy. Watching them shut down everything at the tourney is like people just packing up a circus and moving on to the next town. They're taking down the tents. Everybody's limping because they all just got beat up. What's this boy Raymond Fossaway, the Apple Man? He's limping everywhere, got an open gash on his face. Dunk is limping, holding his ribs, got a big black eye. That eye is just now starting to open back up. What's his name? Baratheon. Lionel Baratheon, he had a black eye. He was limping too. He got like a big old cane that looks like it has stag horns on it. Duncan can't get that. Duncan is too poor for all that. But everybody's just beat up and cut up and bruised up and limped up. Like, my God, y'all need to stop doing these tourneys. It's not safe. I guess that's the point, though, right? Just watch people kill each other. Okay, we just found out that the redhead woman, who I assumed was a sex worker in episode one, is actually Lady Rowan, the wife of Raymond Fossaway. Who who wouldn't who knew? I didn't. Oh, and she's pregnant. Oh my God. Wow. Well, I hope Raymond is the father. Arian is being sent to the free cities to go hang out for a few years and get his act together. Um, Makar, he's really going through it. I mean, he did just kill his brother, kinslaying. They don't play that. The gods will not be happy about that. Egg is eavesdropping on Dunk and Makar's conversation, and he has on his little princely hat thing. Looks like something a French prince would wear. Don't ask me where I got that from. Makar is limping too. Nobody comes out of a trial by seven unscathed. Makar asks Dunk to be Egg Squire. He says there's a place for him at Summerhall. Summerhall, if you know, you know. But he's like, we can train you up over there, and you and Egg, I could just be knight and squire together and go on your nightly squirely adventures. Dunk said he's done with princes. He wants nothing to do with this. Dunk caught Egg spying. In a flashback, we see an adult Dunk talking to Sir Arlen of Pennytree, and he asks him why he never knighted him. Dunk asks Sir Arlen why he never knighted Dunk. And that pretty much confirmed what we already knew about Dunk not actually being a knight. It was pretty obvious, but yeah. I wish they would have like kind of left that implied instead of confirming it. But Sir Arlen dies, but without answering the question. And I guess that's how we started off in episode one. So poor Dunk. False alarm, he wasn't dead. He just kind of zoned out. But he was telling the story of the penny tree. We see the Beesbury coffin, and it's like real beehives with bees and stuff flying in and out of it. That's crazy. Darren's drunk ass just stumbled into this. Is this like a funeral? Is this a tavern? Is it just the drinking tent? I don't know, but there's alcohol there, so is Darren. And Darren asked Dunk to let Egg Squire for him. And again, Dunk doesn't do princes. He's had bad experiences with princes. Prince Arion, Prince Baelor, Prince Maekar, Prince Darren, Prince Aegon. Nothing but misfortune follows Targaryen princes. So I think Dunk is right to deny, or is this deny? Yeah, deny this offer. No. Darren is telling Dunk about how Arian was actually a good kid and he used to enjoy fishing. And then the scene immediately switches to a picture of like a dead fish with a knife in it and flies flying around it on a plate. And it's sitting in Egg's room. Like Egg stabbed the fish because he wants to stab Arian. Egg looked in the mirror and saw that silverish gold hair growing back. He didn't like that. Uh-oh. He just walked into Arian's room with the knife behind his back. Arian is asleep. Arian is pretty bruised up. Does Arian have a fur blanket? Okay, wealth. Oh, maybe being a Targaryen prince isn't all that bad. You got to worry about your little brother trying to kill you in your sleep, but you have fur sheets. Maekar caught him. Maekar is always ruining the plans. Like, let him kill Arian. So as Maekar is trying to console Egg, he gets a knock at the door saying that Dunk would like an audience with him. We then cut to the scene with Dunk waiting to meet Maekar, and Lady Gwen Ashford walks in and lets Dunk know that she doesn't blame him for ruining her name day. Because let's not forget, this is all a birthday celebration. We are all here to celebrate Gwen's birthday. This is maybe the third time I've seen Gwen in this whole show. And this is the finale. Happy birthday, Gwen. I mean, a prince died at your birthday celebration. That's got to be a bad omen. Good luck trying to find a husband with that. They're going to blame everything on you. Nobody's going to want to marry you. A prince died at her birthday party? Absolutely not. You're not bringing that misfortune into my house. Send her to the sept. Let her be one of the silent sisters. That's like the best she can do. I would say send her to the Citadel, but they don't let girls learn. Absolutely not. Either get married or go to church. Dunk goes into the meeting room with Maekar. Maekar is over Ashford. He wants to go back to the Red Keep. He is done with this. Dunk tells him that he will allow Egg to squire for him, but he doesn't want it to happen at Summerhall because he thinks that Egg needs to get away from all these castles and all this political intrigue and all this infighting and just all of the royal life. And Maekar's like, "Oh, you want him away from his family?" And frankly, Maekar, yes. The family is fucked up. It just is what it is. It is what it is. If y'all had like child protective services in Westeros, none of you would be allowed to have your children. They shouldn't be in any of your custody. Like there's so many open cases. Yeah, get Egg out of there. Dunk said that boy needs to come outside and just slum around with me. We're going to be in the trenches. We are going to be some filthy bums, and we're just going to earn our keep out here. All right, let's humble him really quick. Maekar said, "My son is not living as a peasant. He's not sleeping outside. He's not eating over-salted beef. Absolutely not. He is blood of the dragon. We have standards over here." Maekar said Aegon is his last son, like Aerion isn't still alive. That should tell you everything. And isn't Darren his son too? What is going on? Raymond Fossaway comes with Sweetfoot, Dunk's old horse, and Dunk is happy to see Sweetfoot again. Dunk insists that Sweetfoot stay with Raymond and live with him out on the apple orchards at Cider Hall and just, help him build out the cider business. And then Raymond pulls a green apple out of his pocket and feeds it to Sweetfoot. That was cute. Dunk just nailed a penny to the tree because Sir Arlen of Penny Tree told him that knights would nail a penny, or well, hedge knights, they would nail a penny to a tree before going off to battle. And the ones who made it back would come back to the tree and retrieve their penny. And that's how you knew they were still alive. So if the penny is left on the tree, that means the knight never came back. As Duncan is about to gallop away on his horse, Egg shows up at the last minute and tells him that his father told him to be a squire for Duncan. So they're galloping away, deciding where they should go next. And then they have a debate about whether there are seven kingdoms or nine kingdoms. The camera pans out as they're just on their horses heading towards their next adventure. And then Sir Arlen of Pennytree comes out riding on Sweetfoot, and it looks like he's riding with them. And then he swerves off in the opposite direction. So that was cute. And then we get this end scene. It's like a black screen, and it says "A Knight of the Nine Kingdoms." And I thought this show was over, but no, Arian is back on my screen. So let's see what he's doing. So Makar is making his rounds, and then he realizes he doesn't see Aegon. So he asks where Aegon is, and they're like, oh, maybe he's with the Septons. Nobody knows where he is. So now he's pissed off. Like, where is Aegon? So Egg lied to Duncan about getting permission from Makar. So I can't wait for season two. This was an amazing show. And this is the first show that I finished all the way through on YouTube. If you go through my playlist, you will see that I have started shows and just not finished them. I finished this one. So hooray for me. That is a step in the right direction. Um, I don't want to lie and say I'm going to keep on doing TV show reviews because I don't know what I'm going to do with this channel. But you know what? I appreciate you all for subscribing and watching and commenting and liking and everything else. And I just hope that you stay tuned for when you see me again because I just kind of pop in and pop out. I should be more consistent. I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying. Baby steps.